You've worked for years pouring your heart and soul into something, but nothing seems to work. Rejection, failure, disappointment, again and again. The people around you start whispering, maybe it's not meant for you. And deep inside, you start believing them. But here's the question. What if the moment you're about to quit is the moment before everything changes? Think about Thomas Edison, who failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Think about J.K. Rowling, rejected 12 times before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. What if they had given up? Now let me tell you the story of someone who almost did, but didn't. And because of that decision, everything changed. We all reach a point where we feel like everything is slipping away. The weight of failure crushes us, and we begin to wonder if all the effort, all the sacrifices have been in vain. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come to those who never fail. It comes to those who refuse to quit. The fall, the moment of despair. Imagine this. You've given your best for years. Late nights, early mornings, countless sacrifices. You have a dream, a goal that sets your soul on fire. But no matter how hard you try, nothing works. Rejections pile up. The world seems to move forward while you're stuck in the same place. People start whispering behind your back, maybe this isn't for them. And the worst part? You start to believe it. You tell yourself, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not good enough. The doubt creeps in, slowly eroding the confidence you once had. You scroll through social media, seeing people succeeding effortlessly, their smiles mocking your struggle. You try to ignore it, but it eats away at you. Why does success come so easily for others while I fight just to survive? You hit rock bottom, and in that moment, quitting seems like the only option. But let me tell you something. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the foundation upon which legends are built. The turning point, the decision to keep going. Right when everything seems lost, something happens. Maybe it's a story you hear, a book you read, or a conversation with a mentor who sees something in you that you don't see in yourself. Maybe it's the realization that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Look at Colonel Sanders. At 65, after being rejected over 1,000 times, he finally got someone to believe in his fried chicken recipe. Today, KFC is a global empire. Look at Sylvester Stallone. He was broke, rejected repeatedly, even forced to sell his dog to survive. But he refused to sell his script unless he got to star in Rocky. The movie became an Oscar-winning masterpiece. These people weren't special. They didn't have superpowers. They simply made a choice. And that's the moment everything changes. The moment you decide to stop listening to the doubts, the critics, and the fear. The moment you say, I will not give up. Because success isn't about luck. It's about the ones who endure when everyone else walks away. The rise, growth and transformation. Once you decide to keep going, everything shifts. Not instantly, not overnight, but step by step, you start rebuilding. Your failures become lessons, not dead ends. Each rejection fuels your fire rather than extinguishing it. You begin to see failure for what it truly is, a stepping stone to greatness. And then something incredible happens. A small win, maybe your first sale, your first breakthrough, your first recognition. It's not huge, but it's enough to remind you why you started. You begin waking up with purpose. You embrace the struggle, knowing that every setback is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. The late nights continue, but this time, they don't feel exhausting. They feel empowering. The world hasn't changed, but you have. You realize that the difference between success and failure isn't talent, intelligence, or luck. It's the refusal to quit. And then, one day, after years of pushing forward, after battles fought in silence, after moments where quitting felt like the only escape, it happens. The triumph. The ultimate reward of never giving up. The dream you once thought was impossible, it's real now. The success you once envied in others, you've achieved it. The people who doubted you, they're now asking you how you did it. But here's the best part. It's not just about the success, it's about who you became along the way. Because the real reward of never giving up isn't just achieving your goal, it's becoming the kind of person who is unstoppable. The kind of person who doesn't back down when things get hard. You realize that every rejection, every failure, every painful night, it was all worth it. And now you're standing in the place you once dreamed of, looking back, realizing that the only thing standing between you and success was the decision to keep going. Conclusion. So what about you? Are you going to let failure define you? Are you going to let setbacks convince you that you're not enough? Or are you going to rise? Because here's the truth. Everything you want, everything you're fighting for, is on the other side of persistence. The world will try to break you. Life will test you. But those who refuse to quit are the ones who create history. So don't just sit there thinking about what could be. Get up, keep pushing, keep fighting. Because the moment you're about to quit might just be the moment before everything changes. And when it does, you'll look back at this moment and realize it was all worth it. If this message inspired you, subscribe to Success Club for more powerful motivation. Your journey isn't over. It's just getting started.